Good evening, and welcome to this extended special report. Tonight, a story that has shaken South Wales, captured headlines across the United Kingdom, and even reached audiences in the United States. A 12-year-old schoolgirl, Olivia, has gone missing. Police say they are extremely concerned for her safety, and the search to find her has become one of the most urgent and wide-reaching in recent years. Over the next half hour, we will take you through the timeline of Olivia's disappearance, the desperate appeals from her parents, the tireless work of search teams, and the response of a community united in fear and in hope. This is not just a local tragedy, it has become a national story, a reminder of how quickly an ordinary day can turn into a nightmare, and why protecting children must always remain a top priority. Monday afternoon, just after 3:30, Olivia left her school as she had done so many times before. Witnesses describe her as calm, smiling faintly as she carried her school bag. She walked along this quiet village lane, lined with stone houses and hedgerows, heading toward home. It was a short walk, one she knew well. A neighbor saw her at around 4:15. She appeared to be on the right path, with nothing unusual or alarming in her behavior. But that was the last confirmed sighting. When Olivia failed to arrive home by 6 o'clock, her parents immediately raised the alarm. In a matter of hours, what should have been a safe, ordinary walk became the center of a police investigation. That walk, so ordinary, is now being retraced by officers step by step, as they try to understand what happened in those crucial missing minutes. At the family home in the small Welsh village, the atmosphere is one of fear and heartbreak. Olivia's mother sits by the window, clutching her phone in her hand, waiting for a call that might bring hope. Her father stands at the doorway, eyes scanning the street, desperate for any sign that his daughter might walk back through that door. Neighbors have been visiting, bringing food, offering comfort, but nothing can ease the anxiety. For a parent, every hour feels like a lifetime, every ring of the phone a moment of dread and fragile hope. What was once a house full of warmth and laughter has become a place filled with worry, silence, and unanswered questions. Olivia's bedroom remains untouched, her belongings neatly arranged, as though she might return at any moment. For her family, the weight is unbearable, but their determination is unbroken. By Tuesday morning, the search for Olivia had grown into a full-scale operation. Reporters were invited to police headquarters in South Wales, where senior officers gave the first official update. Standing behind a lectern with cameras flashing and microphones raised, Chief Superintendent Edwards began with words that struck both urgency and gravity. "We are extremely concerned for Olivia's welfare," he said firmly. "This is not a case where a child has simply stayed out late. This is unusual, this is worrying, and we are treating this disappearance with the utmost seriousness." Behind him, a large map of the village and surrounding countryside was pinned to the wall. Colored markers highlighted the areas already searched: riversides, wooded trails, bus stops, and playgrounds. Every line drawn represented hours of effort. The superintendent urged the public to remain vigilant. "If you live in this area, please review your CCTV, your doorbell cameras, or even photos you may have taken on your phone. A detail you believe to be irrelevant might be the breakthrough we desperately need." The press conference lasted nearly 40 minutes, covering questions from reporters about resources, leads, and whether foul play was suspected. Though officers declined to speculate, their tone made one thing clear: time is critical, and no possibility has been ruled out. As the conference ended, the weight of the situation became clear. This was no ordinary missing person case. It was now one of the largest police mobilizations South Wales had seen in recent years. While police briefings took place, teams on the ground pressed forward with their search. Dozens of uniformed officers, assisted by volunteers, formed long lines across fields, calling Olivia's name as they moved step by step. In wooded areas, specialist teams used poles to check under dense foliage. Police dogs trained to track scent worked tirelessly, their handlers guiding them along footpaths and into thickets. Drones flew overhead, relaying live images back to command centers, allowing officers to scan areas far faster than would otherwise be possible. Local residents joined in the effort. Farmers opened gates to their fields, offering land for searching. Parents of Olivia's classmates handed out leaflets with her picture. Even businesses in nearby towns displayed posters in their shop windows. The missing girl's face became known far beyond her village. But the search is not just physical, it is digital. Police are combing through mobile phone data, checking Olivia's last known online activity, and analyzing bus and train CCTV feeds. Modern investigations rely not only on boots on the ground, but also on technology. Despite the scale of the operation, each searcher carries a silent fear that time is slipping away. Every hour without answers deepens the mystery, yet the determination in their eyes shows something stronger than fear: hope. Hope that Olivia is out there, waiting to be found. Back at the family home, Olivia's parents gathered their strength to face the cameras. Their faces, tired from sleepless nights, were filled with both grief and resolve. Her mother spoke first, clutching a photograph of Olivia in her school uniform. Her voice trembled, but she pressed on. "Please, if anyone knows anything, however small, please come forward. Olivia is our baby. She loves drawing. She loves animals. She has such a gentle heart. We just want her safe at home." Her father, his hand resting protectively on his wife's shoulder, added with urgency, "I'm asking every driver, every shopkeeper, every person with a camera. Look again. Rewind your footage. Check your dash cams. If you saw a child in a red jacket, if you noticed something unusual, please tell the police. You may hold the key to bringing our daughter home." The raw emotion in their plea touched hearts across the country. Social media lit up with shares of Olivia's picture. Hashtags calling for her safe return trended on Twitter and Instagram. Thousands of strangers, who had never met Olivia, suddenly felt connected to her story. For her parents, each second of the appeal was painful, but necessary. They know that public awareness is their strongest ally, and though their voices shook with emotion, their message was clear. They will not stop searching, not until Olivia is found. As the sun set on the village, the community came together in an extraordinary show of solidarity. Outside Olivia's school, hundreds gathered, holding candles that flickered softly in the evening breeze. Children stood quietly beside their parents, some holding posters, others clutching handmade drawings with words like, "Come home, Olivia." Teachers wiped away tears as they spoke about a bright student who loved reading and sketching animals. Friends recalled her laughter in the playground, her kindness to younger pupils, her dream of becoming an artist one day. The atmosphere was heavy with silence, broken only by soft hymns and prayers. Neighbors, many of whom had never spoken to each other before, now stood side by side, united by a single hope. Some placed teddy bears and flowers beneath a large photo of Olivia at the school gates. Others tied yellow ribbons to the railings, a symbol of waiting and hope. Local leaders addressed the crowd, promising continued support. Volunteers distributed flyers while community groups organized food and rest stations for searchers. The vigil lasted hours, but its meaning will last far longer. It was not only a moment of remembrance, it was a vow that Olivia would not be forgotten, that her community would continue to fight for her safe return. The sight of hundreds of candles glowing in the dark was a powerful reminder. Hope still burns brightly here, and so tonight we end with a story still unfinished, a search still ongoing, and a community still holding on to hope. Olivia, just 12 years old, vanished on her walk home from school. A route she had taken countless times before suddenly became a mystery. She never arrived home, and from that moment, an entire region has been mobilized to find her. Police have launched one of the largest search operations in recent memory. Officers, volunteers, drones, and dogs are scouring every possible location. Data analysts are reviewing phone records, CCTV, and transport networks. The effort is immense because the stakes could not be higher. Her parents, in their grief, have turned their voices into a powerful plea that has echoed across the UK and beyond. Their message is simple: help us find our daughter. Their courage in the face of despair has moved millions. Communities have responded with compassion, with vigils, with posters, with unrelenting determination. Social media campaigns continue to spread her story, ensuring that her face is seen by people far outside her small village. And as the hours turn to days, one truth remains: the search is not over. The hope is not lost. Olivia's story has united strangers, towns, and even nations in a single cause, to bring her home. For now, the investigation continues. We will keep you updated with every development, every new lead, every small step in this long search. But tonight, as we leave you, let us remember this. Behind the headlines, behind the police operations, behind the statistics, is a child, a daughter, a friend, a young girl who deserves to be safe. Our thoughts remain with Olivia's family, her community, and everyone still out searching tonight. This has been a special extended report. Thank you for watching, and good night.